that it's Madagascar. Forget your average island. Madagascar is an explosion of unique wildlife, fascinating history, and enough, wait, what? Moments to leave you slack-jawed. Madagascar is located off the southeastern coast of Africa, floating serenely in the Indian Ocean. Its closest neighbors are Mozambique to the west and the French territories of Réunion and Mauritius to the east. Madagascar is surrounded by smaller islands, each with its own unique charm. Île aux Nattes is known for its stunning beaches, while Nosy Be is a paradise for diving enthusiasts. Around 28 million people, known as Malagasies, call this island home, making it more populous than many countries we often hear about. It is like squeezing the population of Texas onto an island. The name Madagascar was popularized by Marco Polo, who, confusing it with Mogadishu in Somalia, coined the term. Oops! So it's a classic case of mistaken identity. Marco Polo was a Venetian merchant, explorer, and writer who traveled through Asia along the Silk Road between 1271 and 1295. The primary language spoken is Malagasy, which belongs to the Austronesian language family. Yes, you heard that right. Madagascar's linguistic roots stretch all the way to Southeast Asia. Madagascar was a French colony until 1960. French is still widely spoken, especially in business, so you might hear a lot of bonjour and merci while exploring. Madagascar uses the Malagasy Arriere, MGA. Currently, $1 is roughly equivalent to 4,470 Malagasy Arriere, so your dollar can make you feel like an instant millionaire. Every year, humpback whales migrate to Madagascar's warm waters to breed and give birth. Whale watching here is like attending nature's grandest baby shower. Malagasy people use over 4,000 species of plants for traditional medicine. It's like having a natural pharmacy at your fingertips. So, what other mind-blowing facts lie within Madagascar? Let's get started as we count down from number 12 to number 1. Stay with us till the end, because we're saving the best towards the end. Number 12. A surprisingly large island. Madagascar may not be the talk of the town in popular culture, but it's definitely not small by any means. Do you know that Madagascar ranks among the world's largest islands, offering landscapes from rainforests to deserts, clocking in at a whopping 588,712 square kilometers, 226,917 square miles. It's just behind Greenland, New Guinea, and Borneo, in terms of size. When you're talking about island nations, Madagascar takes second place, trailing only behind Indonesia, and will ignore Australia because apparently it's too big to be considered just an island. But here's a twist. Despite its low profile, Madagascar actually has a larger population than Australia. And where did all these people come from? Well, it's been a mix of immigrants from all over the Indian Ocean, with roots tracing back to Southeast Asia, Indonesia, and other nearby countries. It's this cultural diversity that adds to Madagascar's allure, making it a fascinating melting pot of traditions and heritage. Number 11. Cuisine adventures. Madagascar produces about 80% of the world's vanilla. It's no wonder it smells so good. Next time you enjoy vanilla ice cream, thank Madagascar. Rice baby. Rice is the staple food in Madagascar, and locals often eat it 3 times a day. If you love rice, this is your culinary paradise. Malagasy cuisine includes dishes like romazava, a meat and vegetable stew, and ravitoto, crushed cassava leaves with pork. For the daring, try the local delicacy, hena kisoa si amalona, or eel with pork. Zebu cattle are a symbol of wealth and are used in agriculture, transportation, and even as a dowry in weddings. They are Madagascar's answer to a Swiss bank account. Before we move to number 10, if you are enjoying the video, please subscribe to our channel and share the video. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Number 10. An African island with a unique identity. Madagascar, due to its geographical proximity to Africa, lying about 250 miles or over 400 kilometers off the east coast, is officially considered part of the African continent. This classification stems from its nearest connection to Africa compared to any other landmass. However, what makes Madagascar truly fascinating is its cultural and ethnic diversity, which sets it apart from other African nations. The Malagasys exhibit customs and traditions that diverge significantly from those found elsewhere on the continent. Interestingly, many Malagasys have Asian ancestry, contributing to the island's unique cultural tapestry. This blend of African and Asian influences has shaped Madagascar into a distinctive cultural mosaic. Thus, while Madagascar is geographically African, it proudly maintains its own distinct identity. Number 9. Tombs openings and turning of bones. You heard that right. While Madagascar is home to large numbers of Christians, Mormons, Muslims, and Catholics, the majority of Malagasy people follow their distinct religion, rooted in the island's diverse cultural heritage. In this unique belief system, the creator is known as Zanahari, or Andrea Manitra, and is considered genderless. Followers believe that the creator can both bless and punish them, so they strive to avoid offending Zanahari. Similar to other religions, there's a strong emphasis on the relationship between the living and the deceased, with ancestors being revered as the link between earthly life and the supreme god. This reverence for ancestors is evident in ceremonies like Famadihana Festival, where families exhume their ancestors, rewrap them in fresh cloth, and dance with the corpses. Halloween, eat your heart out. Interestingly, the tombs housing the deceased are often more elaborate and valued than the homes of the living. Despite the diversity of religious beliefs on the island, the reverence for ancestors unites people of all faiths in Madagascar. Number 8. A pirate's paradise. During the 17th and 18th centuries, Madagascar, particularly the island of Île Sainte-Marie off its east coast, became a notorious haven for pirates. Known as the Island of Pirates on contemporary maps, Île Sainte-Marie attracted up to 1,000 pirates who sought refuge in its secluded coves and lush landscapes. Here they enjoyed the abundance of local fruits and established relationships with the island's inhabitants. This period marked a time when European influence was minimal on the island, allowing pirates to operate relatively freely. However, with the French colonization of Madagascar, the era of piracy on Île Sainte-Marie came to an end as the authorities gained control of the region. Nevertheless, the legacy of these pirates lives on, notably in the form of a famous pirate cemetery on the island. Today, Île Sainte-Marie is once again under the sovereignty of Madagascar. Yet its captivating pirate history continues to intrigue and fascinate people around the world, drawing visitors curious about its swashbuckling past and the remnants of its buccaneer heritage. Number 7. A paradise with a dark past. Madagascar has a dark past when it was ruled by a crazy queen. In the 1800s, Queen Ranavalona of Madagascar was a ruthless tyrant. She didn't hesitate to eliminate anyone who stood in her way, growing increasingly paranoid with time. She even targeted Christians and enslaved her people, maintaining control through fear and poison. Her reign led to a drastic population decline. Thankfully, Madagascar has moved past those dark days, but remnants of her reign, like the Rova of Antananarivo Palace, still stand as haunting reminders of her brutal rule. Number 6. Exploring traditional clothing in Madagascar. In many parts of the world, clothing has been assigned specific gender roles largely due to societal norms and expectations. However, in Madagascar, traditional attire defies these Western conventions, offering a glimpse into a culture where clothing is more fluid and inclusive. At the heart of Malagasy, clothing culture is the lamba, a versatile garment that transcends gender boundaries. The lamba is a rectangular cloth that can be worn by both men and women, draped and wrapped around the body in various styles. Its adaptability allows individuals to express their style while adhering to cultural traditions. Unlike in Western societies, where certain clothing items are strictly associated with masculinity or femininity, the lamba is embraced by all, regardless of gender. This reflects a more nuanced understanding of clothing as a form of expression, rather than a marker of gender identity. Number 5. Preserving Madagascar's natural and cultural wonders. Madagascar demonstrates a profound commitment to preserving its exceptional cultural and natural treasures. The royal hill of Ambohimanga, steeped in over 500 years of history, serves not only as a historical site, but also as a sacred place where ancient city remains and burial grounds are meticulously preserved. Pilgrims from around the world visit to engage in rituals and pay homage to this significant cultural landmark. Meanwhile, the Atsinanana rainforests, designated as protected areas, provide crucial habitats for a variety of rare primate and lemur species found exclusively on the island. These lush forests not only support biodiversity, but also contribute to Madagascar's unique ecological heritage. In the west of the island, the Tsingy de Bamaraha Strict Nature Reserve captivates with its dramatic limestone formations, characterized by intricate caves and canyons that remain largely untouched and inaccessible. This geological wonderland underscores Madagascar's dedication to conservation efforts, aimed at preserving its natural wonders for future generations to admire and cherish. Number 4. The mysteries of Madagascar's late discovery. Madagascar stands out from other countries because it wasn't inhabited by people until just about 1,500 years ago, which is pretty late compared to other places. While many parts of the world were already bustling with civilizations, Madagascar remained untouched until around 500 AD. This island nation is unique because there's no evidence of any indigenous people living there before that time. It's kind of strange to think about why so many civilizations missed out on discovering such a stunning place. Even though the first Homo sapiens showed up in Africa about 300,000 years ago, it took way longer for anyone to stumble upon Madagascar. Maybe it's because the island is pretty far out in the ocean, making it easy to overlook. But whatever the reason, Madagascar's late discovery adds an intriguing twist to its history. Number 3. A bizarrely unique biodiversity hotspot. Madagascar is not just any island, it's a treasure trove of biodiversity, earning the prestigious title of megadiverse by Conservation International. This means it's bursting with species found nowhere else on Earth, thanks to minimal human interference over thousands of years. In fact, only 17 countries worldwide share this classification. Over 80% of Madagascar's plants are found nowhere else on Earth. This includes the famous baobab trees, which look like they've been planted upside down by a whimsical giant. For instance, 70% of the world's chameleon species reside here. It's like living in a real-life Pokemon world where you catch them all in the backyard. This is alongside numerous species of lemurs, the island's iconic animal. Lemurs are the poster children of Madagascar. There are over 100 different species, and they're all endemic to the island. King Julian from the Madagascar movie wasn't just a character, he's a cultural icon. Ring-tailed lemurs sunbathe by sitting in a lotus position, with their arms outstretched. They look like tiny furry yoga instructors. Number 2. Madagascar's bare-fisted combat tradition. In Madagascar, Moraingi stands as a unique form of bare-fisted combat, deeply ingrained in local culture. While outsiders might find it intense, to the Malagasy people, it's a disciplined approach to direct combat. The sport is organized and spectator-friendly, with outdoor rings surrounded by grass huts and palm trees providing the backdrop for enthusiastic crowds. Similar to the spirited atmosphere of football matches in Europe, spectators sing and cheer along, creating a lively ambiance. While the violence may seem excessive, participants willingly engage in the sport, viewing it as a part of their heritage and a way to showcase their strength and skill. While historically dominated by men, Moraingi is now attracting female participants, reflecting shifting attitudes towards gender roles in Malagasy society. Number 1. The challenges. Madagascar faces challenges like most countries. It has experienced political instability and numerous coups since gaining independence. This has affected its economic development and infrastructure. Madagascar struggles with widespread poverty. Nearly 80% of the population lives below the national poverty line. This means limited access to basic necessities like food, healthcare, and education. The island is prone to natural disasters like droughts in the south and cyclones in the north. These events can devastate communities and wildlife alike. Madagascar has one of the highest rates of deforestation in the world. About 90% of its original forests have been destroyed due to slash-and-burn agriculture, logging, and charcoal production. This loss threatens countless species and disrupts ecosystems. Despite the challenges, Malagasy people are known for their warmth and hospitality. Visitors often leave with not just memories but lifelong friendships. That brings us to the end of the video. What are thoughts about Madagascar? Let us have your comments below. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.